Hello and welcome. It is the 18th of February 2019. And let's talk about trading with a hardware wallet as well with the exchanges. I'm pretty much doing this for myself, but I'm going to explain the way I like to trade and how I think this strategy would be best executed. This is for an altcoin that you can put on any type of hardware wallet. So therefore, you want to leave enough to buy and sell on exchanges and then move in and out of exchanges as times go by, which we're going to go through in this video. We're gonna do this in multiple parts. This will be getting into a coin and not doing well to start, or not really not doing bad either. We'll use the gain alt strategy going back in history. I've done a lot of these buy low, sell high. We're only going to see two charts in total in this video. It's mainly going to be about the numbers and placing the buy and sell orders. So using several screenshots for this, we'll be using ledger-based systems to make trading easy. The code we'll use is ABC, but it's not that. It's a different coin. I'm not going to name that coin right now. It's one I've rarely ever traded and rarely ever talked about. And we'll start with day one, but I start off using a date, another reference dates, and so many days later is how I'm going to be talking about it. And we're going to start off the date 09.21. ABC price is 6,172 satoshi, and Bitcoin at this time was down to 225. Markets are down and one expects prices to revert higher. ABC is down decent, as is Bitcoin from its recent $1,000 highs. Let's invest one Bitcoin into this coin now. But we'll need more Bitcoin if the price of ABC goes lower, and it will. But we'll start off with 16,200 of these coins for basically a Bitcoin and a fractional bit more. The next place will be buy orders, sell orders, and to send to the hardware wallet, because you'd buy this, you have 16,200 coins. So what I would do is I put a buy order in for 5,002 satoshi, worth say 0.1 Bitcoin, and then put a deep one in for 3,002. You'll buy at 4,000, and once this executes, I'll change it. But you'd put a bit more in, and then any other Bitcoin you'd have, you put in hardware wallets or doing what it needs to be done from such. And the sell order will be 79.95, selling 1,500, which is not quite 10% of the ownership of the 16,000, which is a good amount but not a large amount. And a sell order for a little bit more. With this case, we're going to go double, but the ratio will change within this video. Selling 12,495 price and sell 3,000. So basically, you want an upper sell order, like a normal and an upper. And that is if it gets there within that day or period, you're going to sell it. You don't expect there's that large of a chance it's going to hold this number, but you never know. So 11,700 would have to be sent to the hardware wallet, considering you would need the 4,500 on the exchanges for sell orders. And next I'm going to talk about modes, which is the accumulation, neutral, and distribution. Accumulation is when you want to accumulate a certain coin or stock or whichever you're trading. Thus, you're going to be looking to buy. And within such, looking to gain more ABCs by buying back 100% of your sell proceeds for lower prices. So if you sell for 0.1 Bitcoin, you want to buy 0.1 Bitcoin worth on a lower price. And I'm going to do this up to the 20,000 price point. If the price goes from 20,000 to 50,000 Satoshi, I'd consider that to be neutral. And thus, I'd be looking to buy back what I sold. Maybe early on, a little bit of middling, which means, say, once it gets to 25,000, if I sell for, say, a quarter of a Bitcoin, then maybe I'll buy back, like say I sell 1,000 for a quarter of a Bitcoin, maybe I'll buy back 1,100 for 0.23, stuff like that. We'll get into that when that situation comes, and it won't be in this video because we're going to stay in accumulation mode for the entire part of phase one. And then video one, that is. And the third phase is the distribution mode, and I've labeled this as breaking 50,000, which is where you sell heavy and consider really even selling everything if it gets even much higher than that. And this is how I think it's a good idea to do it with all coins. What do you consider to be, and almost every coin should be in accumulation mode right now. At what point is it high but not too high where you go neutral? At what point would the price be so high that you just have to liquidate it? And we're always going to be adjusting to the message of the market, but this is where we'd be starting in. So the market had a big rally at this point. It was like a gap up rally, and it's been selling off. So you know what? It's down a lot. At least it's down a little bit. It's not a bad time to enter in. Maybe we could wait for a cheaper price. Oh, it's going down. That's a spoiler. But markets go up, markets go down. Here we go. We move to the date of 0925. The price falls to that 5,000. So that means the 5,002 order fills. 0.01 was able to fill 2,000 additional coins. So therefore, what I would do in such an event is I would put a buy order in for that of 4,000, which is only a 25% discount, but maybe 0.15 Bitcoin worth, and even a buy order down for 2,000. As far as selling, well, we have 1,500 at the 79.96. I changed this to 3,500 for now. It's going to change again after buys and sells. So a sell order here, a sell order here. Thus, the remainder, the 1,500 extra, would then go to the hardware wallet. I'm not going to really concern myself on fees of transfers because they'd just be so small as it is anyway. In fact, a lot of these coins you could probably transfer at like 0.1 or something like that, and it's just so tiny. And the Bitcoin transfers back then, and this is years ago, was when it was like under 250. It was pretty small. Now a few days go by, and the price is 82.98. Not bad. The Bitcoin price 237. This means you sold 1,500 at the 7996 mark, which is for 0.11 change, basically 0.12 Bitcoin. And on the exchange, I would place a buy order for the price point of 5,005 satoshi. So you sell it close to 8, buy at 5,005. In a site like Bittrex, I'll paste the Bitcoin receiving number in the buy box. And when I do so at the price of 5,005, it gives me 2,384 plus a bunch of decimals. So I'll put in 2,380 for an even number, and place a lower buy order. That's what BO is going to stand for. I don't usually use decimals. SO would be sell order at 3,004. New sell order is 9,996 for 1,500. And 14.95 for 3,500. And the hardware wallet would have 1,500 less coins because I had 4,500 on the exchange, but I sold 1,500, so now I got 35. So in order to do another 1,500 and 3,500 again, well, I would need the 1,500 more coins to do that. So you would send the coins to that direction, and then put the orders in, wait for the next trade as we leave the price point of 8,300. And 3 days later, the price hits a low of 1,601. Yeah. Closing at 4,571. One of those days where just spike lower. I mean, whatever. Price pays, though. So 2,380 would be the purchase at 5,005. And 5,000 at 3,004 would be 0.15, meaning the buy order in at 3,004 would have hit. No buy order at 2,000, didn't have that in. It would have hit had you done such, but the lower buy order would have hit. So you'd have two buy orders that would have hit, and 5,000 would be, again, around 0.15. That's what you should have had in for this if that's what you would be doing. And at that moment, the exchange would have 11,800 coins with what was to be sold, plus these two buy fills, and the hardware wallet in at 11,700, which means that this is now 23,500 in total. So now I want to sell 3,000 at a time now. And I'm going to do so at 45, excuse me, I'm going to sell 3,000 now. This is 2 zeros, should be 0. because the price went up. I bought at 3,000 and it's already at 45, so that's up 50%. So therefore, of the 5,000 that I bought, I'm going to liquidate 3,000 of them. At that price point, I would receive that number you can see, the 13,670 and change. And using that exact number, I could put a buy order again at the same 3,000 number, and I would get 4,540 coins. That's a gain of about 1,540 on the execution. I'll put another buy order even at 1,005 for a quarter of a Bitcoin in this example, and then sell order. 2,000 will go at 59.95 satoshi, 3,500 at the 99.95 satoshi, and the remainder of the 3,300 coins would be sent to the wallet. And it would take 8 days to go by for your buy order to hit, as the price would go lower from that point on. So therefore 4,540 were added. So now you'd be placing new buy orders. This is fresh Bitcoins. Your market's been going down. You have no buybacks from sales at this stage. You've bought back everything you sold at this time. And you'd have those ready to go. So therefore, you would have 2,500 now is where I want to go to sell. The amount that is at 44.95. I'm also going to sell 4,000 of them at 67.95. And the differential will mean 3,540 would be added to your hardware wallet, which would now contain over 18,000 of them. On the very next day, your sell order hits, and the market falls back to 3,211 satoshi. With this decent of a move, I would buy back. So your sell order was at 44.95, and that was for 2,500 of them. And that would translate to this number, 0.11209406. And if the price is 32.11, and let's assume you could buy at that number, well, that's almost 1,000 free coins. So I'd place 2,500 back for sale at the previous same point, and send the remaining 980 to the wallet, which means there's now 19,520 in there. And on the next day, the market sells and closes near that price. So therefore, I could put a buy order at 37.10. Or excuse me, to buy 33,710 at the 3,011 satoshi number, and a buy order say at around 1,000 satoshi. Have a sell order in at to sell 2,500 at 62.49, and sell 4,000 maybe at 99.88. And now I'll have to get 2,500 on the from the exchange to handle the last sell. Then 8 days later, the market rallies again, and the 62.49 sell order gets filled. So now we have 2 buy orders in. So we've got 2 buybacks that we're looking to get. And we got these not so even numbers, because, and not so even as in like 4,000 or 3,500, but 37.10, 27.60, because we're trying to buy 100% back of these recent sells. So therefore, we would have... what I'd be doing in here, again, these would be the buy orders from the sells. The new sell orders I would adjust to 82.47 and 12.495, and send 2,000 from my hardware wallet, of course, to suffice to the sells. 12 days later, so there's some typos in here, and there's another mistake in here as well that I found a few minutes after doing this. But 12 days later, the altcoin is at 44.18 satoshi, and well, Bitcoin maybe need a decimal. $408 was the price, not 4,000. It was 408, but it was up. Bitcoin was up. Your altcoin is down, but Bitcoin is up, and a trade was made, and that was in for plus 2,760 coins. So the first of those buybacks come in at 45.05 satoshi. So therefore, you want to put new orders in. Well, the last order to buy at 30.11 remains. So maybe just put one a little under is what I would do, at maybe 1,000. Sell orders, well, we'll send 2,000 at 62.79 and 3,500 at 69.88. And then send 760 to a hardware wallet, because That's the difference of the 2,000. And that's where the mistake would come in, because you'd basically send everything, all 2,760 to it. So there should actually be 17,000 in there. I caught this mistake a few minutes later. So you'd send 2,760 to the hardware wallet. 9 or 10 days later would go by and your sell level would hit at 62.5, which means you could put your buy orders in, and buy orders say to get 27.60, which is basically where we were before. Exact same order, exact same price at the 45.05, and the other one still remains. Insert 2 new sell orders, and well, now we need to send 2,000 coins from the hardware wallet to suffice again for the new sell order, and that number would be 15,780. And your total net inventory, well, that'd be 21,280 at this stage, as it's from that earlier mistake that I was just seeing moments later after making the screenshot. And then 4 days later, the market goes back down again, up and down, up and down. That's what I want as a trader like this. So a buy order fill. So again, you're going to receive 2,060 at the 4,500 price. So keep buy orders like normal. That 30.11, you're still waiting to buy. It's still live. Sell orders like they were before at 62.49 and 69 or 99.88. So I'm going to send 2,760 coins, which is not 760. This should bring the wallet to 18,540. And these calculations should be right, which means a little over 24,000 coins at this time frame. Now, a few days later, your 3710 is going to execute at 3,011 price point. This brings the exchange inventory to 9,210 and 18,540 on the hardware wallet to 27,755. Time for another increase in bet sizes from 2,000 and 3,500 as your small and big bets to 2,500 and 4,000. We will now need to send 2,007 and 10 tokens to the hardware wallet with only the need of 6,500 on the exchange. So therefore, at this point, your hardware wallet would have 21,250 and all coins collectively worth under 1 Bitcoin, which is less than what you started. Not only did you start with a Bitcoin, but you added a little bit more after that. So your new orders basically put a 0.15 spot at 2,000 of Bitcoin. I mean, this is not buybacks anymore. You've bought everything that you've sold, and maybe a quarter of a Bitcoin at 500 satoshi. Put a sell order in near 45, and again at 7,500 after that. And it's Merry Shitsmith several days later, as it's around late December, and the price has fallen down to 1988 satoshi. Bitcoin holding steady at $430, and you have added more with that 2005 buy. 7,500 was close to 0.15 Bitcoin, and that would be the buy, increasing the total supply now to 35,210. So therefore, you're now going to be increasing the bet totals to 3,000, 5,000. So you might as well sell 3,000 as a small level, 5,000 as a big level. 2,500 will need to be added in exchanges. That leaves 5,000 more to the hardware wallet. And I'd be placing these new orders in. 0.15 Bitcoin at say 1,300 satoshi. That's a differential of 700 on 2,000, or 35% down. And if it goes down even more, you can see how this thing works. Just a little bit of an X difference at 400. If this one gets hit at 13, maybe I'll look to buy again at 1,000 or 900, maybe 910 if it were to do that. And then I'd have my new sell orders in, selling 3,000 at 27.5, selling 5,000 at 44.5. And as I conclude this is the entire movement of the market. So that big buy low thing that I was talking about, where you sold way down here, that came back, and I mean, this was an opportunity to be able to make some profits that way. And now, as we can see, as these markets falling down to these lower levels near 2,000, you got to think it's game over for the market, and it's just time to sell everything. And that's kidding. No, people do that and they lose. This is where we can see accumulation has come into phase. Now these bottoms are in, but as a trader, you could not know that at this point. There's just no way. Unless, of course, you have a way to know. Then there is a way. But to think you have that way, yeah, good luck to you. So in part two, we're going to see this thing leave the accumulation mode and move into that neutral mode as the markets will start a bull market rally from this point. Thank you for tuning in. And when the second part will come out, I haven't even done the slide shots for it. I just know how I'm going to do it. And have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.